Hello, I am Cicero. This is my art channel and this is my first video. So today we'll be drawing Ashton Kutcher, one of my favourite actors. I absolutely love him. The Butterfly Effect is, in my opinion, a very thought-provoking movie. So we're going to start off. I'm just drawing the general outline of where I think things should be, and you can see I've got my laptop to the left there, so I've got the image on there. I've got my paintbrushes to the right, which I will not be using for this. This is just a graphite drawing. And you can see books. I'm currently using a tower of books to put my camera on top of. And I would like to get a tripod eventually, but this is what I've got to do for now, and it's really fun to make videos. So yeah, I've got my lamp to the left so I don't cast shadows as I'm drawing, because I am right-handed. I mean, technically ambidextrous, but I use my right hand for most things just because that's what we're taught. So yeah, I'm just drawing in the general shape with a regular HB pencil, a Stapler one, and so far it looks kind of odd. I was trying to get the shadows right, and then I realised the mouth was wrong, so I erased that. And I'm just genuinely trying to, those lines down the side of the mouth, they are usually, because in the picture his smile is level with his eyes, so I'll know if the smile, his lips are correct, if the centre is his iris is where the edge of the lips are. So it's looking a bit weird, and I'm just filling in more and more details of it. You can see my head. Yeah, just doing heavier outlines around the eyes to sort of give more definition. Generally trying to get the shape of the eye, like the brow bones correct. And this was drawn on a slant because the picture is a slant. Filling in the eyebrows very poorly, just trying to see if trying to get the shape of them correct, not worrying about the detail of the fine hair just yet. They're doing some more shading on the nose and going back to the lips again, filling in the eyes, make them look a bit more realistic, realizing they look really weird, and I'm hating this piece. I'm really drawing in the teeth there as well. Yeah, I'm just not enjoying it. It looks weird. I know it's not my best. I was definitely rushing, and this is like a test piece just to see how filming and recording audio would go for my videos, because I've never done this before. Like I make ASMR videos, but I've never done a fast forward sort of talk through kind of video on my artwork. I've not really shown my art process before. I tried in one video and the audio didn't record, and I didn't do a voiceover. It was an hour long, and I was so upset because it was Bohemian Rhapsody. I've taken the video down now, I believe, because obviously it was not ASMR, but yeah, I wanted to show, I made this art channel so I could do regular talking videos. I'm actually a very loud, lively person, and I just wanted to show off the art process because it's one of my favourite things to watch. It's really calming. That's why the ASMR channel exists. No, I'm starting to add more detail into the lips and trying to get the contrast right, because with the lips you can see that if you do them too heavy in the graphite, if they look really weird, like he's got lipstick on, and it's just not what I'm going for. So I think I erased the lips a few times. I've already done it once completely just because it was a bit low, I believe. So no, just working the edge of the lips as well is quite a task. Adding some general shading around the shape of the face, trying to get his jaw correct, which I did not at this point. You can see it. I couldn't see it from this perspective. This is why using an easel, like a desk sort of easel, is very important, because from my perspective this looks correct, but when you're looking at it from above, you can see that this is not correct. So I'm just taking my lovely Rotring Tiki mechanical pencil, which I've only started using mechanical pencils in the last year, and I'm in love with it because obviously you get really precise point with it. It rarely breaks, and yeah, I use the Stapler to blend, like to add light layers, because with a mechanical pencil it leaves lines that you can't it doesn't wear out like that. So using a regular pencil like that. Usually I use my Faber-Castell Grip 2001 pencil, which is like the silver thing with beads on it, so it's like a triangular fold kind of thing going on. That's what I normally use for shading, but I wanted to use the Staedtler one just to show that one you don't have to use super fancy pencils. I mean, I kind of defeat that purpose by using the mechanical pencil, but again, that mechanical pencil is only I think it was like £4, so it's not that much more expensive anyway, and it came with lead and stuff and loads of other stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to start filling out the hair, and I'm doing the darkest parts first, I believe, and it just doesn't, something about this piece still doesn't feel right, and I'm really getting frustrated, but I keep pushing forward because like 5 minutes ago it looked awful still, but it's coming together a bit more, getting the contrast right. So yeah, I'm just filling out the hair, adding more graphite, trying to blend out those heavier areas, and I'm just taking a minute just to decide what I'm doing. You can see my elbow there of me just getting really frustrated because I got my hand on my face, because when I get really annoyed, I put my hand on my face and I'm sort of like just pulling on it, and it's just really like that. See, I'm sharpening up the pencil because I'm realising it needs to be a bit sharper. Adding in the top, because in the top part of his head is actually the darkest, and the side piece has got really strong highlights, and I wasn't looking at the image enough to notice this. I was trying to get this piece done so quickly that I wasn't checking my reference enough, and that's what a lot of mistakes that beginner artists do. They don't use a reference enough. They think, oh, to be an artist, you must do it all from your head, or you're not a real artist, or tracing is illegal. In certain circumstances, tracing is extremely helpful. I generally do not trace my images, but I don't see a problem with certain, like just for practicing pieces, you get to see the shape, and because obviously this is just from my perspective, this is what my head says, this looks like the image you've drawn, which is completely wrong. Like if I actually did trace it, the proportions of this is probably completely different. Like the eyes, every millimeter that you're off in a drawing, you notice it. That's why tracing is sometimes useful, especially if you just want to focus on colour. So yeah, I'm just touching at the lips again, trying to get the facial shading right, because there was quite a heavy shadow under his jawline and the muscles going down the side of his face. Another thing I noticed, I smeared a lot of graphite around, so after I finished touching up the hair a bit more, I definitely erased a bit more to try and get more highlights, and so it doesn't look so grey, because skin isn't one tone. So yeah, I try and add more around the eyes. I noticed that the eyes are looking off in different directions by the end, so I also, yeah, you can see I'm just erasing the graphite. Yeah, I noticed that I got his eyes a little bit wrong. So his left eye, I checked the reference again, his eye was not correct. So yeah, it's the end, I believe. I just I shift it more to the edge, and yeah, that is Ashton Kutcher. I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much. Bye.